ending, it would be ER, but the stem would be everything before the ER. So for comer, what would the stem be? I see someone in the chat. Guys, it's nicer if we can hear your voices. Yeah, com. Com would be the stem. Okay, so com would be the stem. Okay, so the verb jugar means to play a game or a sport, and it's what we call a stem changing verb. We know that all verbs have an ending, and they could be an AR, an ER, or an IR verb. And everything that comes before the ending is called the stem. So what's the stem for jugar?
Who?
Jug, yeah, J-U-G, jug, exactly. And it's gonna change a little bit when we conjugate it. Stem changing verbs are also called boot verbs, and we'll see why in a second. So we're gonna look at this verb right now. So our verb is jugar. And this verb is called a stem changing verb because the three letters that make up the stem change a little bit when we conjugate it. So we're gonna make our chart. Yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ustedes, ellos, ellas. Okay. So, what kind of verb is a jugar? What kind of verb is jugar other than a stem changing verb?
It's an AR verb.
It's an AR verb. So we're gonna have our AR endings. What are those AR endings? I'm just writing the endings right now, so don't write the whole verb. For yo, what's the ending?
O.
O. And for tú?
Us.
Us. And for usted and él and ella?
Off.
A. For nosotros?
Amos.
Amos. And for vosotros?
Ice.
Ice. Good, with our accent mark on the A. And for ustedes, ellos, and ellas?
On.
On. Good, so that part should look familiar. The part that is gonna look a little different is the beginning. So, jugar is a U to UE stem changing verb, which means that in the stem, the U changes into a UE when we conjugate it. A U to UE stem changing verb. So our yo form would be J, UE, G, O, juego, juego. So we have, oops, our stem change, the U changes into a UE, and then we still have our normal O ending. Our normal O ending. So the endings are not irregular, the beginning is. Okay. What would we have for two, the two form? Any guesses? It's okay not to get it right.
Jugas.
Close. So we're still changing our stem. So we have juegas. Juegas. Our U changes into a UE. Juego, juegas. What about for usted, él, and ella? What about for usted, él, and ella? Yeah, juega. So Bailey and Tallulah both type that into the chat. Thank you. Juega. All right, now before we get too far ahead of ourselves, these types of verbs are called boot verbs. They're also known as boot verbs, and that's to help us remember what changes and what doesn't. The nosotros and the vosotros forms do not have a spelling change. They do not have a stem change. So this UE does not happen in nosotros or vosotros forms. What would our nosotros form be? Yes, Lauren, jugamos. Jugamos. And our vosotros form? Jugáis. Thank you, Bailey and Lauren. And now we are back to our stem change for our ustedes, ellos, ellas form. The stem change happens in the ustedes, ellos, ellas form. What are we gonna have? Yeah, juegan. Thank you, Bailey and Nadia. Juegan. So we can highlight the forms that this happens in, and we'll see a very basic boot shape. The other two forms are never affected by a stem change. Nosotros and vosotros are not affected by stem changes. Okay. So jugar changes U to UE in the yo form, the tu form, the usted ella form, and the ustedes ellos ellas form. Anybody confused or have questions? All right, there are a lot of stem changing verbs. This is the first one they introduce in the book, and they introduce it by itself. I cannot think of another verb that changes like this one, that has a U to UE stem change, but there are a lot of other types of stem changes. There are a lot of other types of stem changes. So we're gonna look at those this week. We're gonna look at those this week. For today, I'm not giving you a written assignment, nothing to be submitted, but I do want you to look at the words on a Quizlet that I'm going to post on Classroom, because we're going to be using new vocabulary going forward, and you have to be able to know what those words are. So I'm giving you guys a Quizlet, and I want you to study it. Maybe spend 15 minutes on that until you get until the words look familiar. Okay. And tomorrow I'm going to give you guys an assignment that will be graded and turned in on Classroom. Questions? Concerns? We're good? Okay. Then if we're good and there's no questions or concerns, I'm going to end the class. Adios.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. Adios.
Adios.
Adios.